didn't do nothing wrong, man. Yeah, you did. You don't listen to what you told to do.
I've done nothing wrong.
De-escalate.
His name is Stephen Howard. He lost here in his name.
This is Michelle.
What if I put the gun away?
Come here.
Chill out, man.
Well, that settles it. Everybody grab a broom. It's shenanigans.
This day was probably by far one of the scariest days of my open carry adventures that I do. I can't even explain the fear that I was going through when this happened.
The person you just listened to is the armed fisherman. He lives in Florida. He finds it necessary to, at all times, walk around with multiple firearms on his person because it's his constitutional right. Now, I think this video was taken before the new law in Florida. The new open carry law allows citizens who are eligible to carry their firearms around town. They have to be either in a holster or on a sling. And some businesses, obviously, you can't take them into, like Publix or Walmart, whatever. Now, on this day, a police officer is going to stop the armed fisherman and figure out why the hell a grown adult would be wandering down the street with an AR-15 for no good reason, claiming to be going fishing. Welcome back to the channel. This is First Amendment Shenanigans.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Hey, bro.
Get on the fucking ground.
Hey.
Not fishing. You're walking down the middle of the street.
Dude, I was literally on my way right here.
Get on the ground. Hands out. Down like an airplane.
Hold on.
Get on the ground. Don't even fucking put your hands out. Hands down on your belly. On your belly. Hands out on your belly. You fucking touch one of those guns, I'm gonna shoot you.
I am not touching. I'm just going
Not
fishing.
fishing.
I was on my.
You're walking down the middle of the street.
I was
not
literally.
fishing.
I was literally on my way to fishing,
Put your
man.
hands out. Keep your hands
Look,
out.
man.
Keep your hands
I'm not, dude.
You were not fishing.
I was on my way to fishing right
You're
here, bro.
walking down the middle of the street. That's not
Look,
fishing.
man. I'm on my way to fishing.
You weren't
There,
fishing
look,
back there.
I'm 100 yards, less than
You were
100
not
yards.
fishing back there.
I was
When I
on my
saw
way
you,
to
you're not
fishing.
fishing.
I was on my way to fishing.
Now, I am a strong believer in the U.S. Constitution. I think it's the greatest document ever written when it pertains to the government. I love the First Amendment. I'm a strong advocate for the Second Amendment. I am a proud gun owner myself. I believe that as an adult, you should be able to own a firearm and use it safely and responsibly. I do not understand why you find it necessary to strap an AR-15 to yourself in order to go fishing. You do it just for attention. You do it so that police officers will make that encounter with you. And on this day, the police officer felt threatened enough that some dirtbag piece of shit like yourself was walking down the street with a very large weapon, and he decided to stop you, and it doesn't go your way. I guess this is the price of internet fame, isn't it? You want people to know who you are in this town? You want people to cheer you on the internet for your stupid shenanigans? Well, this is the outcome. Now deal with it.
It's to and from, sir. I don't know what your deal is. I'm not touching anything. I don't know what your deal is.
Can you cuff him up real quick?
I would like to call my lawyer.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Who's right?
I don't consent to any search or seizures of my property.
Okay. Right now, you're not fishing though. You're walking.
You're absolutely right.
When I saw you.
hurt you, buddy.
Were you fishing? Yes or no?
If you want, we can do this civilly.
Yes or
You can take all my fire. Do whatever you got to do.
Listen to me. I'm
trying
not to hurt you.
Were you fishing? Yes or no?
I was on my way to fishing.
You were not fishing. You were walking down the side of the road trying to instigate this.
On my way to fishing.
Okay, but you're not fishing when you're.
You have to understand the law. Sir, let me roll over. My shoulder, I have bad shoulder issues, man.
Okay, let's go.
I have bad shoulder issues. I've got shoulder impingement syndrome.
Okay.
I'm not going to fight you guys because at the end of the day,
What's your name?
if you can tell me what crime I've committed,
We'll get to
Open carry is illegal in Florida, and I understand you think because you're fishing, but you weren't fishing. You're walking down the sidewalk.
you have to understand the law, sir.
I mean, I feel like I know what happened. The armed fisherman was not going to fish. He doesn't have his tackle with him. He doesn't have a chair. He doesn't have anything. He's just walking with a little fishing pole. So what he was probably doing is parading himself down the street back and forth so that he could claim, hey, I'm on my way to fish. This is my Second Amendment right, blah, blah, blah. At this point in time in Florida, it doesn't matter. This is moot now because he's allowed to open carry. But back then, when this video was taken, you have to be going hunting, fishing in order to have your firearm. But just because you know the loophole does not mean you get to exploit it without any kind of consequences whatsoever.
I'm on my way to fishing.
Okay, you were not fishing when I saw you with the firearms.
The law says while I'm going to and from fishing, hunting, camping, it's under the law. I was on my way. I'm 50 yards away from where I was going fishing, and right now you guys are treating me like I'm a criminal.
Oh, poor baby.
Like I've done something. You pointed guns at me, and I'm not doing anything to anybody.
Fishing, sir.
I'm on my way to fishing right now. I came from an hour north of here to go fishing right here. I go around the state of Florida. I go around the state of Florida. That's what I'm saying. You can do it. I do not consent to any search or seizures of my property. Please, it's loaded.
Okay.
I do not consent to this. Any of it.
No worries.
If you can uncuff me, I'm not going to resist. You can take the firearm. I'm just going to get it back. I'm letting you know right now what you're doing is unlawful, and to basically your immunity that you do have at this point, 790.25, Section 3, subsection H of the Florida state statute allows me to, while I'm fishing, hunting, and camping, going to and from such an event.
I don't know if you could have followed that. He didn't really articulate that right. I think what he's trying to say is that his rights are currently being violated. Frauditor, you're making a mockery out of the Second Amendment. You're not protecting it, if that's what you think this is. You're making a mockery out of it. You're making yourself look like a fool. And if you think you're going to strip away qualified immunity because of this, you're absolutely 100% wrong. How did that go for you? Since this is an older video, why don't you tell us, did you win any money off of this town? I don't think so. You don't get to put yourself into the mind of a police officer. When they see a crusty looking person like yourself wandering down the street parading himself with firearms, they're going to stop and question you. I like the fact that the police officers in this town are doing it because they actually care about keeping their citizens safe.
Come on, man. I've done nothing wrong. I'm just trying to go fishing, man. My friggin' Second Amendment right trumps anybody's friggin' feelings. I'm sorry, man. If I was trying to run or if I was a criminal, would I be doing something stupid? No, dude. I've got shoulder impingement syndrome, man.
Okay.
Come on, man. My shoulder, dude. That's a problem, man. That's a problem. Can I call my lawyer? I need to call my lawyer because he needs to understand that you guys are violating my rights right now.
Any other weapons on you?
No, I don't, man. Like I said, there might be
a wallet. What is the phone?
No, I have no wallet. I have no ID on me. All I have, I can prove I have a fishing license.
You know, to me, nothing says sketchy man more like walking around without a wallet and an ID. What's the purpose? Do you really think it's that important for the police not to identify you? That you're going to wander around without any credit cards, any cash on you, no wallet? Like, are you an adult? Now, eventually, the supervisor does arrive and explains a couple of things to the armed scumbag.
I am the commanding officer of the police department. I am here to make sure that your rights are being protected as well as my police officers.
What about my safety, dude? I've had a gun pointed at me, dude. Gun pointed at me.
And in today's society, you should realize, I understand you're within your perfect legal rights, sir. But you're here where children are, and we had complaints. We're going to take the appropriate action to make sure you are doing what you're supposed to do. My primary concern is the public safety. Once we identified you, once we realized you're within your rights, we're letting you go.
Would you like
that's
to
what
see
I'm
my
in the
fishing
process
license?
of doing.
Would you like to see my fishing?
Yes, I would.
Perfect. I need my phone.
And that is how a grown adult handles one of these loser frauditors. He's in a public park. By his own admission, he's not from this town. So these officers have no idea who he is, what his stupid shtick is. All they see is some scumbag walking through a park near children carrying a firearm. They're going to stop you every time. Your rights were not violated. These men care about public safety, and that is it.
You have to understand that. If you've been through this before, you understand.
I was a trigger pull away from my life. A trigger pull because your officer doesn't understand that.
Because my officer was afraid of his safety, and he's not sure if you're here for these rights or you're here to hit some innocent children. That is what the officer was concerned with. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, did like this.
Well,
Never.
We're doing the best we can. We protect our town and our citizens, sir.
Great.
May I see your license, please?
I'm worried right now. I'm pulling up my fishing license
Very
for you
well.
right now. Saltwater shoreline. Saltwater shoreline fishing license allows me to go and carry while I'm sitting on the shoreline.
You're absolutely 100% correct. All right, and we're identifying you, we're verifying it, and we're going to let you go.
I'm glad you're smiling about it, man. I'm glad you learned something today. I'm glad you learned about friggin' not violating somebody's constitutional rights, dude.
Here with all these children?
Yeah, because I'm not hurting nobody. That's the number one thing, is that I would have protected people instead of hurt people. I do this across the state of Florida, bud.
Yeah, because you're trying to audit.
No, I don't try to audit people. I try to make sure people's rights stay in friggin', they have the right.
Exactly.
Hey! You idiot!
Oh, he's here to protect the rights. I'm sorry. Here's the thing, Auditor. The Constitution is so well written, we don't need you to protect it. The Constitution basically protects itself. Yes, judges and congresspeople and regular citizens in general get to celebrate the Constitution and protect it in a way, but we don't need you out there walking down the street with your firearms, parading them like this is a game. This is not a game. The Second Amendment is not a game. You should be, if you are a believer in the Second Amendment, you should be a responsible gun owner, and you don't use it as a prop. And that's exactly what you do. You're doing this for reaction. You're doing this for this stop. And the police officer called you out on it. Now, you're going to cry and complain about it, but if you don't like being treated like this, maybe start acting like an adult.
I don't point a gun to anybody. I've never tried to take on somebody's life. Only tried to defend my life, and you're within a trigger pull of my life. I'm glad you smile about it, because that's how serious that is.
Mr. Teller. Let's get Mr. Teller's equipment back to him.
Yeah, just put it on the ground. When you leave, I'll pick it up, because I don't want to be like, oh, he's picking it up and I get shot. I'm not trying to deal with none of that.
Have a good day.
I was trying, man.
I apologize for the inconvenience. You best have a good day.
I'm trying. I was. Until I got guns pointed at me.
Aw, poor little baby. Doesn't like guns pointed at him. Well, maybe you shouldn't put yourself in these situations for clicks and views on the internet. What do you guys think at home? Am I being too rough on the armed fisherman? Is it actually his Second Amendment right to parade around the streets with his firearms? Once again, I am a believer in the Second Amendment. I don't even have a problem with open carry. I don't have a problem with concealed carry. If you're responsible enough to get that license or responsible enough to open carry around your town because you think it's going to keep yourself safe or maybe someone else safe, I'm all for it. But this is not how it's done. The armed fisherman uses his firearms as a prop, a means of getting these interactions. And to me, it has a negative effect on the Second Amendment, not a positive one. But maybe I'm being too harsh. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I will see you guys on the next one.
Goodbye, Stephen Kelly.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
You mean shenanigans?
No.